Guys, I am frustrated, I am saddened, I am angry, and I don't mean to be graphic here, but we are like 36 days out from Hurricane Helene, 36 days after that tragedy, and they're still pulling bodies out of the mud in North Carolina and in Tennessee. Like they're literally still finding people, pulling bodies out of the mud, yet it's already been forgotten about. The mainstream media has already moved on. Hell, a lot of you all have moved on. People have moved on. And there's still people missing. There's still bodies. Like I said, just yesterday, they pulled out another body out of the mud. A woman who had been missing since the storm that worked at a factory. And now things are getting even crazier because some of the people out here doing these search and rescue missions, they're getting sick. And there's reports that some of the mud, the water, the soil in these areas are contaminated. Now you got to think about the levels of devastation when this storm came in. It wiped out not just entire homes, but it wiped out businesses, factories, plants, you name it. So we got a lot of chemicals, pesticides, household cleaning products, anything you can think of, right? It all got washed in and destroyed in these floods. And all of those chemicals, all of those substances, all of that stuff is like a melting pot, right? All swishing around and blending together with the water, with the soil, with the mud that these people are digging through. So you take all of that contamination, you add the fact that you got bodies that have been sitting in this water, sitting in this mud, sitting in the soil for almost 40 days now. And of course, you're going to have people getting sick. Of course, the water is contaminated. And the scary part is that some people in certain areas are resorting to drinking this water because our government didn't provide them with water, and our government stopped freaking volunteers from providing them with water. So we know for a fact we got people in North Carolina that are drinking this stuff. And it's very dangerous. It's scary. And when you're 36 days out from the storm, you would hope that things aren't getting worse, but now more problems. It's like this storm caused so many issues that you're going to, how can I explain this? This storm caused so many problems that initially you're not even able to recognize all the problems that this storm caused, right? Initially, you're worried about finding the missing people. How many people died? And then 40 days later, you're still looking for bodies and you start to think, oh, wait, what about that little business that was freaking destroyed? What about all the fertilizer? What about all the chemicals? What happened to that? Oh, it's right here in the soil now. It's right here in the water. It's right here in the mud that we're digging through. So there are problems caused by this storm that people just didn't have time to even worry about yet. You know what I mean? But now, as the days go by, now people are, realizing now that the initial shock has gone away, now that the media has gone away, people are sitting down and realizing, oh, wait, we got a slew of other issues we got to worry about too. And it's just really sad because at the very least, I think that these people should not be ignored. They should not be forgotten about. It hasn't been 2 months yet. It has not been long, but that's where we're at right now in the current world. You got about 2 weeks before people don't give a damn about anything anymore, right? So that's how things are playing out. But I want you all to listen to this clip really quickly. This man has been out there in this toxic mud and stuff like that. So I want to go ahead and roll this clip, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Okay, well, here's a little update for y'all. First off, the stories are fucking true. The water is contaminated. It is toxic down in Lower Swannanoa. All right, I got confirmation of that, and I confirmed it again today when I met some people over in Swannanoa. There's a couple good outfits over there, okay? They're doing good things. But the mud, if you're down in Lower Swannanoa working, you might want to use protective gear, okay? Proper PPE. Wrap your boots up. Bag your boots, tape them up, wrap them up. When you get done walking around in the mud, dispose of them properly, okay? Don't get it on your clothes. Don't track it in your truck. Don't take it back to camp, okay? The mud and the water is toxic. There is radiation in it. The air reading. They did a radiation reading of the air, and it hit 27 on the meter. Now, supposedly, it's not harmful unless it hits 40. But from what I've looked up, that's fucking bullshit. But yes, there is radiation in the air down there. Also, Red Cross has pulled out of many locations. They pulled out of up to 4 locations, and now the Department of Social Services and Child Protective Services is coming in, and they're going in looking in campgrounds. They're looking for families that are in tents. They're looking for families with kids. And since Red Cross pulled out and they got displaced again, 4 locations of people got displaced again whenever Red Cross pulled out. Now the fucking state is coming in with Child Protective Services and trying to take the children from the families, the parents that were affected by the disaster. That's absolutely fucking horrible. And I will tell you this, Appalachians are fed to fuck up. Appalachians are fed to fuck up, and if you come in here and you try and remove kids from families after they just lost fucking everything, you're gonna have some shit on your fucking hands that'll hit national news, and the American people will not back the fucking alphabet game, and they will not back the government when shit like that occurs. So, CPS and DSS, you better watch your fucking ass and quit fucking with people's kids. These people have been through it damn enough, and the last thing they have left is their family, and they will protect it by all means.
Remember how when I first started covering this story a few weeks ago, even a week or so into covering this story, you had a lot of pushback. People trying to say that FEMA and Red Cross, they were doing what they were supposed to do. They were doing their jobs. No, they weren't. No, they never did. What FEMA and the Red Cross did, they came into town for photo ops. They stayed in town for as long as the mainstream media did. When the mainstream media cameras left, Red Cross and everyone packed up and went right along with them, folks. They were never there to help. They came and literally confiscated a lot of supplies. I would like to know, before they packed up and left these people high and dry, did they return all of the supplies that they confiscated? I know for a fact that they intercepted and stopped all types of different shipments from coming in to the people affected by the storm, including shipments of generators, pallets upon pallets of generators, chainsaws, all types of stuff that could have been used for the recovery efforts, that could have been used to power people's homes during the upcoming winter. Red Cross literally intercepted a lot of the stuff coming in. Did they make sure that all of that stuff was given to people before they left? No. They're going to take it right with them, and they're going to go give it to people in another country. They're sending all of those supplies over to Ukraine as we speak. And that's not me joking. That's me being serious. Dead ass serious. So, yeah. Red Cross, FEMA, they come in. They pretend like they're doing something. They set up their sites far away from the destruction. The people trapped on the mountain don't have a chance in hell of reaching these little places where the Red Cross is helping. But once the cameras stop rolling, they leave. Because that's all it was about. It was not about helping people. It was about public perception. We got to be seen. We got to do our photo ops. So when people call us out for our BS, we could show this photo and act like we did a lot of work. And the funny part is, I called this out weeks ago. A lot of the photos that FEMA and the Red Cross were sharing as proof that they were helping, it was literally photos of local law enforcement and videos of like local fire departments doing the help, not even Red Cross or FEMA. So they're literally using pictures of other people helping as evidence that they helped. Make it make sense. But for dumb, low IQ people who don't want to believe that there's real issues in North Carolina because they vote a certain way, that's all they have to see is a couple of photo ops. So that's where we're at. The ground, the mud, the water is contaminated. Kids are being snatched away from families. The help that was in the area, the government help that never helped in the first place, they are gone. And now we are on the brink of the biggest election in U.S. history. And North Carolina is going to become an afterthought when all of this chaos breaks out in a couple of days. But for now, let me know your thoughts below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.